Star no one expected it, but that's the truth that Hollywood has been hiding. For years, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson have always made fans restless because of their perfect chemistry, from backstage to big events. But few people know that behind the spotlight, they once experienced a dark and emotional moment that almost made them both cry when recalling it. And the most shocking thing? Right finger, they overcame it together. Clapperboard, the secret moment that the two never told. According to a source close to the film crew, during the filming of the final part of 50 Shades, Jamie and Dakota faced unprecedented pressure. A busy schedule. The media surrounded. Countless fabricated rumors about their real-life relationship. At one point, Dakota was said to be so depressed that she wanted to withdraw from a shoot, while Jamie was criticized for being unusually distracted. What no one expected was that they chose to stay together, supporting each other during that worst period. A crew member revealed, "I saw them sitting together in the waiting room. They didn't say much, just looked at each other and calmed down. Then they both walked out and completed an extremely difficult scene as if nothing had happened." Collision, the moment that bonded Jamie and Dakota, was stronger than any rumor. That experience made them a rare couple in Hollywood. Understanding each other without words. Trusting each other amid rumors. Respect each other despite being constantly scrutinized. Many fans even affirmed, "It's not the chemistry on film, it's the real connection between two people who have experienced the same bad times." And this explains why. Sparkles, although Jamie and Dakota don't speak up about their private lives, they always have a special look for each other every time they reunite. Glowing Star, the most surprising truth. Not the hot scene. Not the scandal. Not the love rumor. What makes them closer is right finger, a difficult moment that only they understand and overcome together. And that is what made Jamie, Dakota become the mysterious couple that Hollywood can never forget. The surprising truth behind the fateful moment between Jamie and Dakota. What fans didn't expect was that the difficult moment was just the beginning. After that incident, the relationship between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson quietly developed in a way that no one on the set could have predicted. A long conversation changed everything. The source said, after that stressful shoot, the two left the set quite late. Notably, Jamie stopped Dakota before she got into her car. A crew member revealed, Jamie said, "You don't have to endure everything by yourself. I was standing far away, but I saw Dakota pause, as if that sentence hit something she was holding back." Their conversation lasted nearly 45 minutes, and no one heard all of it, but what came out next was clear. Dakota walked out with red eyes but relieved. Jamie looked more determined and protective than ever. The two no longer kept their distance like before. A crew member even whispered, "I've never seen anyone make Dakota laugh right after she cried, except Jamie." Dizzy, the subtle change that only observant people can notice. After that fateful night, their relationship changed in a way only those who really pay attention can notice. They looked at each other longer when acting. They practiced their lines separately more than normal actors. And most importantly, whenever Dakota was stressed, Jamie was always the first to come to her side. Many fans have watched behind-the-scenes videos and realize, right finger, there were moments when Jamie always put his hand on Dakota's back, very naturally, as a protective reflex. Crescent moon, the special night brought the two closer. A little-known detail, during a night shift, Dakota suddenly had a mild panic attack due to lack of sleep and prolonged pressure. She was forced to leave the set for a few minutes. Jamie immediately followed. A lighting staff recalled. He stood outside the waiting room, didn't knock, just waited. When Dakota came out, Jamie didn't ask anything. He just said one sentence, "We're fine. Together." That moment was like a mark. From then on, crew members began to whisper, "Right finger," if someone doesn't believe there's a real connection between them, they've probably never seen that moment. High voltage, and then, rumors started to flare up. Immediately, Hollywood spread vague rumors. Jamie is overprotective of Dakota. Dakota always goes to Jamie when stressed. There was something between them that the crew didn't dare to say. And this is when things were about to go further. The secret photo that made Hollywood go crazy. The rumors between Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson were just whispers. But it all exploded one fateful evening, when an anonymous member of the crew secretly took a photo that no one was allowed to see. Camera with flash the shocking photo, Jamie hugging Dakota from behind. The photo is unclear who took it, no one dared to admit it, but it spread quietly within the crew before leaking out. In the photo, Dakota sat silently on a chair, her hands covering her face. Jamie stood behind her, placing his hand lightly on her shoulder. The distance between them was so close that it didn't look like two co-stars. Jamie's eyes looked down at Dakota with a rare look of worry and protection. A member of the crew described, "That moment wasn't meant for any camera. It was really private." Warning the leak, something the studio didn't expect. Just hours later, the photo appeared in a private group for entertainment staff. And then, it was photographed, passed around, and spread at breakneck speed. Many people immediately came up with a series of hypotheses. Jamie was comforting Dakota about something extremely private? Dakota cried because of pressure or because of feelings for Jamie? Or was this proof of the real relationship that fans have always suspected? A Hollywood news editor whispered, "If this photo were to be made public, both of them would be put in the eye of the biggest storm of their careers." Collision. Jamie Dornan's reaction, a rare time he lost his cool. Jamie is usually very calm in the face of scandal. But this time was different. When informed that the photo had been leaked internally, Jamie demanded that the leaker be found, freezed all backstage photo sharing, and personally called Dakota to apologize for the incident. According to a source, Jamie's tone was tense. He said, "It was our moment. No one has the right to turn it into a rumor." This is the first time Jamie has shown such a strong attitude of protecting Dakota. Fog. Dakota Johnson, a reaction that surprised everyone. Instead of panicking, Dakota was calmer than everyone expected. She just said, "We know it's true, the rest, let them think whatever they want." A gentle sentence but made Jamie silent for a few seconds. Those were not the words of someone who only saw Jamie as a co-star. Those were the words of someone who shared a part of his soul with him. Tornado. And then, the unexpected happened. Just as the studio was trying to put out the fire, a second rumor suddenly appeared. Right finger. There was a video accompanying the photo. No one knew if it was real or fake. No one knew what was in the video. All that was known was that those who had seen it briefly described it with words like, "Very intimate. Too real to be just acting. I couldn't believe they were just colleagues." All of Hollywood was caught up in the question. If that video really existed, what would it reveal between Jamie and Dakota? Mysterious video appears. Jamie Dakota face biggest scandal of their careers. The intimate photo was enough to cause a storm. But the video is what really freaked out Hollywood. Movie camera. The 27-second video, and everything changed. Inside sources say the leaked video isn't long, just 27 seconds, but every second makes viewers freeze. In the video, Dakota sits curled up in her chair, clearly overcome with emotion. Jamie walks in, kneels down in front of her. He gently grabs Dakota's wrist, says a very small sentence, almost a whisper. "I'm here, I'm not going anywhere." Dakota looks at Jamie, her eyes red, then leans her head on his shoulder. Jamie reaches out to hug her, very slowly, very real, completely unlike acting. At the end of the video, Jamie puts his hand on Dakota's back, stroking it gently as if to comfort her. The final scene is what left everyone breathless. Right finger Dakota puts her hand on Jamie's chest, right where his heart is. No special effects. No stage lights. Just two real people, vulnerable and in need. Fire internal viewer reaction, too intimate to deny. Those who saw the video all had the same comment. "It's not a movie scene. It can't be acting." One lighting technician even said. "If someone says they're just an actor, this video is proof otherwise." High voltage panic at the studio, emergency meeting at 2 a.m. As soon as the video was discovered, the studio locked all back-office storage systems, suspended internal document sharing, called an emergency meeting in the middle of the night. The meeting revolved around a single question: how do we keep this video from getting out to the public?